Greetings. Today I'm going to talk about Charlestown, Indiana, and the many fun day trips you can enjoy taking there. Listeners can find complete information about Charlestown and other places around southeastern Indiana by purchasing my book, Southeast Indiana Day Trips, a tourism guidebook and travel guide from my Road Trip Indiana series. This is the first book in the series and the only one available now. I will have the rest, there will be 9 altogether, as the year progresses. With rising gas prices, many Hoosiers, including my wife and myself, are choosing to vacation closer to home. Using this podcast, I will tell you about the many places here in Indiana you can visit and have some fun and unique experiences. Charlestown was platted in 1808 by Charles Beggs. It became the county seat of Clark County in 1812 and remained so until 1878, when the county seat was moved to Jeffersonville, Indiana, where it remains today. At the intersection of State Road 3 and Pleasant Street in Charlestown, you will find the historical marker noting the grave of a prominent early Hoosier, Jonathan Jennings. Mr. Jennings served as Indiana's first governor of the newly formed state. Previously, he served as first delegate to the the United States House of Representatives from the Indiana Territory from 1809 to 1816. He introduced to Congress the Indiana Territory's application for statehood in 1816. He became governor of the state, serving in the state capital at Corydon from 1816 until 1822. In 1822, he took a seat in Congress and served from 1822 until 1830. About 2 miles east of Charlestown on Tunnel Mill Road, you will find the 9 Branch Nature Preserve. This is a lovely woods, stream, and waterfall. A short trail leads to the falls and goes along the remains of a stone fence that lines the trail. It's a great place to relax and picnic. Local lore suggests 2 sources for the name of the creek that traverses the preserve. One suggests that it used to cost travelers with wagons 9 pennies to cross this route. Another suggests a worker once lost his day's wages, 9 cents, in the creek. Whichever is true, that is the name of the creek, and it's a little curious. At any rate, about a mile past 9 Preserve on Tunnel Mill Road, you will find the historical marker noting the location of Tunnel Mill, which was a 380-foot-long tunnel constructed by local prominent businessman John Work. Work had migrated into the area in 1804 when he established a mill. Business was so good he decided to build a bigger mill that could operate year-round. To do this, he needed more water to operate the mill. This water source was only 300 feet away. However, he had to cut through a ridge in order to get the water over. Right on his property, 14-Mile Creek formed an oxbow. A ridge separated the 2 channels of the creek. He proceeded to blast a tunnel using gunpowder that he produced on his land to blast this tunnel out. At any rate, he needed 650 pounds of gunpowder to blast out the mill. It took 6 men working 2.5 years from both sides of the ridge to build the tunnel. Once complete, it provided plenty of water to operate the new mill. The mill ran until 1832, the year he died. At the entrance of Charlestown State Park, you'll find another historic marker. It is titled Penn Grove and Rose Island Resorts. It's located at the entrance of the park. This was a popular tourist destination on a peninsula jutting out into the Ohio River during the 1920s and 1930s. Visitors would gain access by a footbridge across 14-Mile Creek, and also they could ride a steamboat up from Louisville, New Albany, or any other port on the Ohio River. Trail 7 inside Charlestown State Park circles the remains of this once popular park. David Rose purchased and improved the existing amusement park owned by the Louisville and Jefferson Ferry Company. He built a zoo, gave pony rides to kids. Kids could ride a merry-go-round. There was a Ferris wheel, roller coaster, shooting gallery, cafeteria, swimming pool, and you could rent rowboats there also. The 1937 flood covered it with 10 feet of water, destroying it. Charlestown State Park consists of 5,100 acres. It's the 3rd largest Indiana state park. 14-Mile Creek traverses the park. It's one of the oldest unglaciated valleys in Indiana. The park opened on October the 12th, 1996, on land formerly owned by the Indiana Ammunition Plant that manufactured munitions during World War II. The 7 trails at Charlestown State Park provide over 13 miles of hiking experience. The 132-site campground has flush toilets, hot water, and showers. All sites are electric. Some have full hookup. Several reservable picnic shelters visitors can use for reunions and events. Find out more about these Indiana day trip destinations and many more by purchasing the book. You can find it on my website, www.mossyfeetbooks.com, on the Road Trip Indiana category. Just scroll down to categories, click the Road Trip Indiana series, and voila, there it is. There are links to Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Google Play, and other online book retailers. You may choose to purchase the book in ebook or softbound versions. An audiobook version is available on Google Play. You can also order the book direct from me, the author, on the webpage. If you wish me to sign the book, just send an email to mossyfeetbooks@gmail.com requesting a signed book and instruction on how you want me to address it. Note, if you send me an email, I will add you to my contact list. Readers on the list will receive an email from me announcing when I publish a new book. If you don't want me to add you to the list, tell me and I will not add you. Listeners to this podcast that want email notification of my new releases can just send me an email requesting addition to the list. You can choose to have your name removed at any time. If you browse the website, you will find dozens of sample chapters, one for each of my book. I hope you enjoyed this podcast, and thank you for listening.